Today we're going to talk about cold weather and chainsaws. Hey YouTube, I hope everybody's well. First off, please hit the subscribe button if this is your first time. Please like the video, I really appreciate it, and always leave comments. Ready to work in the cold weather. And then so one of the things that I started wondering while I was doing that is, what do people do with their saws? Obviously, if some saws like my Echo 620 have a winter summer mode, so that would be summer, that would be winter, and it's just this little door here. So anything under, I think it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit, you slide this little door over. But what about the AUTOTUNE saws? So I have two AUTOTUNE saws. I've got this 550 XP Mark II, and I've got a 572 XP as well. What do you do with those? Well, conventional wisdom would say, well, they should adjust for temperature, so there isn't really anything I should do. Well, guess what? That's not the case. If you take the time to look at the manual for pretty much any Husky saw probably, what you'll notice is that they recommend at a certain temperature range. For instance, this one is 23 degrees Fahrenheit or -5 degrees Celsius, that you block off the intake to keep the carburetor from getting too cold, and also to prevent snow from getting inside the carburetor and filter area. So Husqvarna sells this little part. It's just a piece of plastic that clips onto the intake fins, and then has two screws which come with two little rubber O-rings to capture the screws for when you take the cover off. And if you look at your intake cover, what you'll notice is, especially on the 550, there'll be a little dot here. Well, you got to drill that out, and then under this decal there'll actually be a pre-drilled or pre-cast hole under here, so you just gotta tear that decal away a little bit. But anyway, so look in your manual, it'll tell you that when it's 20 or less than 23 degrees Fahrenheit, you need to block this off, and then once the temperature gets back over 23 degrees Fahrenheit, take it off. I wonder, because we all like to read our manuals, how many people actually know that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and, at least for the 572s and the 550s and the 545s and 565s, I'll list the part number in the description, or maybe in the first post I pin, and that's that. Speaking of AUTOTUNE, I don't know that this is common knowledge, so if you look right here right now, I'm going to put a link to a video I just did that talks about doing a field reset on Husky AUTOTUNE saws. So